Okay. So here we're gonna do long division. You have 4 of these in your assignment today. Divisor on the outside, dividend in the inside, right? Good? Okay. You said some of you nodded your head like, yeah, I remember this, but let's just talk it through. All you care about on the divisor is the first term. The first term is what? X. So when you start kind of talking to yourself, you say, how many times will X go into the first term, X cubed? So then you just jot it down over here, and then you kind of work it out. And some of you can do this in your head, so you don't have to do this, but I'm going to. So really this says 1 divided by 1. 1. X cubed divided by x to the first. Yeah, isn't the rule for division, take the exponents and do what to them? Subtract, so it's x squared. Okay. So 1x squared is the answer. So if that's the answer, you put it above the bar, but you got to put the x squared above the x squared term. It helps you know when you're done. Okay. You'll be done when you get to right here. Okay. All right. What do we do next? Multiply. Here we go. This, and you end up with x cubed minus 3x squared, right?
Yep.
Now what do you do next? You subtract. Okay, but careful here because when you subtract, you're not just subtracting one number, you're subtracting 2 terms, a binomial. So when you do subtract, it says x cubed, subtract x cubed. It's much easier just to do this. Change your subtraction to addition. And change every term to the opposite. Negative, positive, okay? So now, when you subtract, you get nothing. And by the way, you always get nothing right away. If you get something here, you did it wrong. The next 2 terms, you get what?
0.
Oh, 0. Wow, that doesn't happen very often. 0, 0, okay. So now, answer is x squared, but hang on. Bring down the next number. Bring down the next number, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going. Bring down negative 2x plus 6. Okay. Now, you only care about this term, x, right? How many times will x go into that term? Negative 2x. Oh, just come over here. Okay. Well, 1 goes into negative 2 times. Okay. How about these x's? Okay, so the answer is negative 2. Should I put it above the x term or the constant?
Constant.
Because it's a constant. Okay, so minus 2. All right. Now what? Multiply this, and you get negative 2x, positive 6. Draw the line and come on, and subtract. And when you subtract, you add the opposite. So you just change your subtraction sign to a plus, change this to opposite, and you end up with what?
0.
A bunch of zeros. Okay, so then the answer becomes, let's go up here. The answer becomes x squared minus 2 plus what remainder?
0.
0. And usually you write your remainder over your divisor right there, x minus 3. Now, is there any reason for me to write what I just wrote?
No.
Because I'm just saying plus nothing. So really, in this case, don't even write it. Okay, don't write it. But if there is a remainder, write it 4 over x minus plus 3, or 5 over x plus 3. Okay? So there it is. That's the answer. Now, in the book, I'm going to tell you this. They're going to say this. D of x times q of x, right? Plus what? R of x. This is the divisor times the quotient. So tell me, what was the divisor? Oh, it's right here. X minus 3 times what? Your answer. X squared minus 2, yep. And then plus what? 0. I'm not going to do it. Okay, so really what they're saying is if you took the divisor times the quotient, you should get the, what is it called? Dividend. Okay, so if I told you to FOIL that out, You better get this, or else you did it wrong. It's like me saying 2 times 65 better be what? It better be 130 because that's what you did. Kyle, you okay? Right? Okay. All right. Any questions? This was an easy one because the answer came out pretty quick and the remainder was what? That's nice. Okay? All right, try the next one. I don't think the next one you're going to get a remainder of 0. Okay? I'll catch up to you. I don't want you to get too far. Sorry. There's a problem on the top. Did anybody catch it? Look at that. Look at the dividend up here. It's what? Okay, you're not getting it. All right, ready? 3,408. See that number? This is the ones, right? This is what? The tens. This is the hundreds. This is the thousands. Every number has a place value. If I don't put that 0 there, now it's 348. But if I put the 0 there, it's 3,408. So the 0 has a meaning. Guys, look in here. You're missing something. Oh, you're not missing anything. Sorry. I was thinking of the next problem. Dang it. I was pretty sure you were missing something.
I was gonna say, but
Oh, we're missing an X on it.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah.
I jumped the gun. I was so excited to show you play, Sally.
2 of them.
Sorry. Sorry.
see. I was like,
I was wondering why you guys couldn't see it. All right, continue. My bad.
I was really confused for a second.
That's it. You guys okay? Get started. You get it already?
Probably not.
I thought I remembered negative 14.
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay. You only care about what? This x, just the x. That's all you care about on the outside. So how many times will x go into what? 3x cubed. 3x, yes. No, 3x squared, yes. Okay, 3 minus 1 gives you the 2. Okay, so 3x squared goes above which term?
2x.
The 2x. Okay, got it. All right, there it is. 3x squared on top. Multiply twice. Here, get this. And this. Right?
Yeah.
Subtract, and when you subtract, everything just turns into opposite. So if that's positive, it's now negative, negative, add down, you get what? Nothing here. What's this?
Negative 5x squared.
Yep, negative 5x squared. Bring down x. Bring down minus 8. Good? You okay? Did I do something wrong?
Negative 5.
Well, I think I'm okay, right? Plus 3x squared.
Negative 5x.
Okay, you're giving me the answer. Okay. All right, next. Yeah, you want to know how many times will x go into negative 5x squared? Okay, divide by x. This is 1, by the way, so negative 5 divided by 1, negative 5. X to the second over x to the first makes x to the what? First. I'm getting minus 5x, right? Multiply, get what? Negative 5x squared plus or minus 5x. Now subtract, and when you subtract, you're adding the opposite. Okay, good. And the x squared terms are gone. The x terms make what? 6x take away 8.
6.
How many times will x go into 6x? Well, The x's just cancel out 6 times. Plus 6, right? 6 times this, 6 times that is 6x plus 6. Subtract, change the signs, add, down, you get what? Out. So the remainder is right here. That's the remainder. That's the answer, that's the quotient, that's the remainder, and that's the divisor. So the answer to this problem is 3x squared minus 5x plus 6 plus a remainder of what?
Negative 14.
Over the divisor, x plus 1. Say that again. Yeah, you can. Yeah. I don't need plus negative. I could just say what? I can just probably leave it like that. I can put the minus here. There. Good. Questions? Okay. I think the next one is the one I was talking about. What's next?
This X, no,
X is missing, yep.
It's 0.
But what else is missing?
0x cubed.
X cubed is missing, right? So you need place value here. So you need what? 2x to the 4th
Yes, 0x cubed.
plus no x cubed plus 5x squared plus no x's minus 3. So this problem didn't look too bad until I did that. Divided by what? 2x minus 1. This one's not that fun, so just be patient, okay? Try to get started. All you care about is 2x. 2x goes into 2x to the 4th. How many times?
X cubed.
X cubed, yes. Because the 2's pretty much just cancel out, right?
Yeah.
So x cubed goes above the x cubed term. Multiply. 2x to the 4th minus x cubed. This is the only good part of this problem right here. You'll see why. Subtract. And when you subtract, change the signs. Negative, positive. And this goes away. This makes what?
X cubed.
X cubed. Bring down everything else. 5x squared plus 0x plus, well, minus 3, I guess. Okay? All right. You ready? How many times will 2x go into x cubed?
It doesn't.
Well, this is a 1, right?
It doesn't go at 1.
So 1 divided by 2, you probably say, you could say 1/2 if you want. I'm just going to keep it as 0.5. That's what that is. And then, of course, this is going to be x to the what? Second. So this is what I was saying. This is the part that isn't the greatest. And there you go. Multiply 0.5x times this. That'd be x cubed. Remember, this is always supposed to be exactly the same as this. If it isn't, then this is wrong up here, okay? 0.5x squared times negative 1 is negative 0.5x. Draw your line and subtract.
You need an X squared.
I need a square. Yes, you're right. Okay. Subtract means add the opposite, okay? The x squared turns out up to what?
5.5.
5.5 x squared plus 0x. Take away 3. Start over. 5.5x cubed. How many times will 2x go into 5.5x squared? Sorry, I said cubed. Well, half of 5.5 is 2.75. What? X squared over x, the first. That's just x, isn't it? 2.75x. Right?
Is it? No, it's not.
Why?
Keep going.
Isn't that it?
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay. I think I'm doing all right. 2.75x times 2 is what? 5.5. X squared. 2.75x times negative 1 is negative 2.75x. Subtract, change the signs, negative, positive, and nothing here. This makes 2.75x, right? Minus 3 when you bring it down. All right, last time I have to do this, guys. 2.75x. How many times will the first term, 2x, go into it? 2.75 divided by 2 is
0.375.
1.375. What about the x's?
They count.
They're gone. Oh, that's my constant. That's it. 1.375. All right. Times 2x minus 1. Yeah, it's 2.75 for sure. And then 1.375 times negative x or negative 1 is negative 1.375. Change your sign. Negative, positive. Remainder.
Negative difference in those.
6 what?
2, 5.
2, 5. Okay. And there it is. That's the remainder. Okay. Well, you know, again, this is the answer. What we're here. Plus negative 1.625 over the divisor what? 2x minus 1. I mean, this is the actual answer to this problem right here. Okay. 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 Like I said, in the book, it's gonna be written kind of funny to you. You're not gonna like what they write in the end. In the end, they'll say this: d of x times q of x plus r of x, and they just want you to take the divisor times the quotient, add the remainder, write it like that. And really, this is like you trying to check your answer. It's like, how would you check your answer if you wanted to know you're right? I just take my divisor times my answer, add my remainder, and I check it. But this is the way they kind of want you to write it right at the end of your assignment. Okay. So do you like long division?
No.
No. Okay. Here's the deal. Nobody likes long division. It's not fun. But, there's a shortcut. There's a different way to divide, and it's called what? Synthetic. But here's the only bad thing about synthetic. You can't do synthetic. Let me say this. You can only do synthetic if what?
X is to the first power.
Yeah, the divisor is linear. Linear means you got to have x to the first. So it's got to be something like this. Divide by this, but not what?
X squared.
You can't do synthetic with that. That's a quadratic divisor. This doesn't work with synthetic. So really, you never have to do long division, unless what? Unless you divide by a power of 2 or greater. Okay, that doesn't happen very often, by the way, just so you know. Okay, sometimes it does. Okay, you ready? Synthetic. You're gonna like this. Your division bar, flip it upside down, and that's what it looks like. And you probably remember this, but I'll just go through it again. There's numbers up here. The numbers up here are called coefficients of the dividend. So it's the coefficients of the dividend go up top. So first coefficient is 1, so put a 1. then a what?
2,
Then a
1.
then -3. Good? Just put down your coefficients. Then you're going to divide by what? X plus 1, but here's the secret. The secret is the number that goes out here, put your 0. What's the 0 coming out of this? -1. So you got to put a -1. Okay? That's the secret. If I tell you to divide by x plus 1, put -1. If I tell you to divide by x minus 1, put +1. Okay. All right. That's just the setup. Now, how do we do it? Well, we do this. We vertically go straight down, and we do what? We add straight down. And we put a 0 there right away. Always put a 0 in the corner. So 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay? Now, diagonally, we go like this. Diagonally, we get this, and we do what? And we multiply. So diagonal is multiply, vertically is add. So this times this is -1. Okay, now we're going to go down. But we got to do what now? Add. This, 1. Now we've got to diagonally multiply. What's that? Now what? Add 0. Diagonally we multiply. That times that is? Straight down. Add. What is it? -3. The last number, put it in a box. And tell yourself, what's that number mean? What? Remainder. There you go. The last number is the remainder. Okay, so that's your remainder. Then the next number next to it, no, this is your answer, by the way. This number is the constant of your answer, which we have nothing, by the way. Now this one and this one, these are called coefficients. That's a coefficient. That's a coefficient of what? Next to the constant would be what term? What are you saying? The x term. Okay. The next number is the coefficient of the what term? X squared term. Okay. So guys, this is the answer, 1, 1, 0. This is the remainder, -3. So when you write your answer to synthetic, you would do what? You would say my answer is 1 x squared plus 1 x plus
0.
Don't write it. Plus remainder of what?
Over x plus 1.
Over x plus 1 the divisor. Okay? That's it. The ones are needed. You don't need to put 1, 1, but just because I had it, I did. Yes? Really? Question? No. Okay. I can get rid of the ones if it makes it look better for you. So it's x squared plus x plus that remainder. That's it. So if you did long division, you'd get the same answer, but it would take you 3 times longer. Okay? Continue? Should I or not? Yeah? Okay. I did this problem last hour. Do you want me to do it and just call it quits? Okay. All right. You don't need to do this because this is not in your homework, but let's just get one more slide. Okay, everybody, would you please take this function right here? Right here. And would you do this, f of 2? Evaluate your function when x is 2. Go. Go get the answer. You guys getting 6? 12 plus 12 take away 6 is 6, okay? So f of 2 happens to be 6. Agree? Okay. Now that you did that, would you please do this? Divide this polynomial by this polynomial using what? Synthetic. I just taught you synthetic. Try it. Okay, do that. See what happens. Did I catch you?
No.
Did you remember to put the 0 there?
Yeah.
Okay, good job. And what's going outside this little bracket? A 2. Okay. In the corner goes 0. Add down, multiply, add down, multiply. Add down, multiply, add down, 6. Oh, when I'm doing division, I get a remainder of what? 6. Okay, you guys seeing anything here?
You don't get a remainder of 6.
Yeah, I do. I get that is 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
You didn't get 6?
Oh, I got. I'll just.
Did you put the 0 here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll keep going. Just
Look at
keep
look
going.
at your numbers. Look at my numbers.
I have those numbers.
Okay, so that plus that is 6.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, did you look at this? See this? See this polynomial? See that polynomial? They're identical. Here I divided by x minus 2 and I got a remainder of 6. When I asked you to evaluate your polynomial at 2, you got 6. So now they're trying to tie this remainder in with evaluating your polynomial. So what they're trying to tell you is this. If you ever want to evaluate a polynomial at 2, you can really just do synthetic division like this, and the remainder is what? It's your answer. So now they're trying to tell you synthetic division comes in handy if you ever want to evaluate a function. At 2, you just put the 2 right here, you work it out, you get the remainder, and the remainder is your answer. So no longer do you have to type it in your calculator. You don't have to think it through in your head. You can just do this quick, really quick, and you get it. All right? This is called the remainder theorem. Look right here, please, because this is the last slide we're doing. It says the remainder theorem. If a polynomial f of x is divided by x minus c. So if I divide by what? Let's call it x minus, let's give it a number. 3. The remainder, whatever the remainder is, it equals f of what? 3. So really, if somebody told me to do f of 3, I would just think of, I'm just dividing by x minus 3, and I do synthetic, and I get the remainder and put it right there. So then it says, use this polynomial division that we're talking about to find f of what? -2. So they're not telling you to plug it in and work it out. They're telling you to use synthetic. That's what they're saying. Go get it. But don't type it in your calculator and don't work it out. Just do synthetic and see what happens. Okay, I'm writing you a quick little note. when somebody tells you to evaluate your function at -2, it's just like dividing by what? X plus 2. Okay, but when you're dividing by x plus 2, you know what goes out here is?
-2.
Yes. This is confusing because before I told you to put the 0 out here, the opposite. Well, now, when you're evaluating a function, you actually put the number you see. If you see -2, put it here. What I was trying to tell you was this is just like dividing by x plus 2. So now, here we go. 0 here, 1. Tell me the next number.
-2.
Next number.
-6. Positive.
When we're adding down.
-1.
Multiply.
2.
Add down.
1.
Multiply.
2.
Add down. Multiply.
8.
Add down. 5 is the remainder. But wait a minute. When you're dividing by this, and you get a remainder of that, that ends up being the same as the answer to this. So here it is. Come on over. F of -2 equals what? 5. You could get that if you just stick it in your calculator and work it out. You could do it yourself. If you can multiply and add quick in your head. But this is another way to do it. This is called, what I call this synthetic substitution. You just put the number in you want the answer out of. If I want to know the function when x is -2, I'll just stick it in, synthetic, and I'll work it out. The remainder is always the answer. This is it. We went 2 slides too far, but you guys were able to handle it on a Friday. Bravo. Good job. Go to work. We got 10 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, can I go to get back?
6.
Can I score it now? What a different floor.
Oh, you didn't see
I'm pretty sure most of the seniors do. At least my friend group does.
Yeah, so I have second option.
You got boned.
it.
You got shot.
Like make me
Yeah. Yeah, I know, that's why I missed second period. I have That's like the worst.
Yeah.
It's like being 6 off.
I come to school for history and then
I literally I was like at gym last period. I'm like, wait. But no, I was like gym 6 period. And I'm like, wait, I don't know stuff.
Yeah.
So I found out at gym last period that so I kept the same time. I was amazed.
Do you have an easier off? What's your seminar? It's really easy. I had her last year for it.
Yeah. And she's like a lot of worksheets.
I remember
All the
once
time.
like,
We did like nothing in that class or anything else. I think Morgan had her for normal, they did way more work than she did. Or they did the exact same thing as us. So they were
I did it for English last year.
See, I mean, yeah,
That's why I
that's
took
not
it.
work. That's why I took it too.
Because I was like, but she's so easy.
Divine was a legendary teacher. I swear this happened 4 times today.
Yeah, they were coming with you.
But no, like Divine's the most legendary teacher.
I want her next semester. She has a lit class.
What is it?
Third hour.
Domain is x.
We are
And you
working
put
on
in
this
for x.
Do you have students?
I have like
Cut your corner.
but it's 1 period.
Do you have
Wait, I don't know if I said.
Do you have work?
Wait, let me check.
They're really easy. They wait for 2 hours.
Yeah, I have bird.
I have a C. Yes. I have 100% in English.
You don't have to write all these.
Oh my god, I hate
But I always.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can switch the line. Just one period.
We've been learning
Why did you put it in?
the past week and a half.
it.
Yeah, and from I got it 100%.
And I think once we got my ID.
Is he just like
Yes, and he thinks it's so fun and I hate it. He defines that he will
Take that in. You know how to do it now?
I know, but I don't wanna see English, it's kind of embarrassing.
And then you want to see them all. You know what?
You have 2 minutes. Actually, that class early.
Your cut should be 6.3. And then you will get because it's going to take you a while to get to the maximum, but You'll get that.
Thank you.
That's small.
I need to, I wanna go back to.
47. Oh, he already did the work though? Did
Yeah.
you do it too?
I don't know what to do, so I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, Morgan, I'm gonna
I gotta look
before this semester.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
switch.
you're,
For the skate.
so you're gonna
Yeah.
divide by
And then
x minus k, right?
Hopefully it doesn't take long.
So that you divide. So you do your synthetic, you put one up there, x minus 4. You put a 4 up there. Yeah, you did. Okay. Give me the equation. This is 48, right?
Yeah, no, 47.
47 what?
Wait, hold on. X cubed minus x squared,
Minus x squared?
minus 14x
Okay.
plus 11, and then k equals 4.
Write your answer like that, right?
Yeah.
Times the quotient.
Yeah,
To say this,
plus r.
plus r.
Okay.
Okay.
Table start.
Sorry, timeout. Just quick look. Guys, 47 and 48 were the ones that I said that gets weird on you. Okay, it says, take this and show me that this is, write your answer like this is what they're saying. So if you have to write your answer like this, you have to understand Q means what? The answer to division. So this is your quotient times x minus k. There's k over there. This is your what? Guys, it's your answer times your divisor plus your remainder. So what they're saying is work the problem out. Whatever your divisor is, take it times your answer, because you're checking your work, and add your remainder to get this. Okay? Which just tells me I gotta divide. I gotta divide by that number. Well, that number is x minus 4. So you're here's what you're doing. You're dividing by x minus 4. Well, you better come up here and go like this. Put what here? 4. Put the 0 here, right? Okay? And then, of course, you got to put 0 here. Put your coefficients in, right? Okay? And work it out. And then, of course, you'll say x minus 4 times the quotient. Where's the quotient going to be? Where's the quotient going to be here? It's the answer, but where are we going to find it here? Isn't it right here? Isn't this the quotient when you're done? Okay. So this would go there. Plus the remainder would go there. That's all it is. Okay? The way they worded that was really weird, but that's all they meant. Okay. 2-2. If you got 2-2 down, you feel good. Put it there. Put it there. If you still want to know how to do something, hang out here. 7th hour, 8th hour.
Oh, I don't have any.
Yeah,
This is it,
6,
yep.
but then
Some help.
Plug that in. And use the
This is the only one.
so you just get probably
maybe it'll get better.
I'm like, I can do my homework.
I'm just something actually going on.
I'm like, I can do my homework. I don't even have to ask any questions.
And you feel like smart.
Yeah, like I got it. But, like it's long division.
You're like, I can actually do
Just
something.
like
Everything, like I knew everything. Yeah, like, oh, this is so hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, algebra 2.
two didn't make it up. Two didn't make it up. You're on the
Look
desk.
how it's just like the next step up.
By the time I figured it out, I was like,
Two. For your time.
they'll push past, huh?
Yeah. And if it's up,
No, far and edge.
I think it's here.
Johnny, you don't want to sit
I
down?
have a lot of assignments
I'm
to
more
turn.
productive next to Eddie. It's,
You mean you're able to copy more answers?
no, he's radiating smartness.
You were sleeping yesterday.
I'm getting
I had a
residual
headache.
intelligence from it.
One.
That's how that works.
You mean you're able to look over as his work and just copy
No,
the answers?
his
Yeah,
Asian-
yeah, John.
His Asianness is seeping into me.
John, we all know that's not true. I mean, you think
Oh,
Onicha has a horrible word?
that's because I'm being sarcastic.
No, you weren't.
He was-
You weren't being sarcastic. You freaked out about it. You're like,
Oh my God, you said only God.
you did. You freaked out. It was weird. You made it weird. John.
well, we'll change it for sure, but
Well, I didn't see some of that Simpsons episode, but it was just like.
I think that was it that we were talking about, though.
That's the joke.
No,
Wait,
I
are
I
you
don't
the whole
want to
time
go
again?
into it.
John, I have not seen that. I don't know.
It's a prank picture, the camera's right there.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, so.
Yep, that's it, I think.